Hello everybody, welcome back to another class in Word versus Word. I'm on my way to Nijo Castle. I am in Kyoto in Japan, and I'm just walking from my apartment to the castle, which is probably 20 minutes or so. So I'm just kind of walking down a nice little downtown area to get to the castle. Anyways, today's class is a little bit more complicated. There's actually going to be 3 words included in our class. Those words are notice, recognize, and realize. Okay? And these words were submitted by a student of mine, Fabio, who's been in Word versus Word before, but it's really good words to know the difference between. So once I get to the castle, I'll show you guys all around the castle and we'll talk about these 3 words. All right, see you soon. So I'm arriving at the Nijo Castle, and I just noticed that it has a canal around it, or a moat. So using the word notice. Notice is a verb and can also be a noun. So the noun notice just means like some sort of piece of paper that's going to give you some instructions of something. The verb notice we use when it's for something that we didn't expect to see, or that we didn't see at first, but all of a sudden it came into view. So that's how we use the verb notice. Now, if you were to use the verb notice and compare it to recognize, they're not really the same, those two, okay? So recognize is a word that we can't really use together with notice. However, we can use realize, is very similar to notice. So I could say, oh, I just realized that there was a canal here, or a moat. Realize. So notice and realize are quite similar in their use. Realize also means that you didn't know beforehand and now you suddenly understand. Okay? And that's how we use realize. So, oh, actually, I just realized that there is a heron in the canal. I don't know if you can see him standing there. He's kind of camouflaged against the background, but yeah. Oh, and there's fish. I see a fish down there. I just noticed a fish, or I just realized that there's a fish in the canal. Oh, there's another one. Oh, okay. So there's a couple of fish. They're probably carp. Anyways, let's carry on to the castle. Now let's talk about the word recognize. This is a perfect example. So here I'm walking up to a big lineup of buses. They're all pretty much the same color and they look pretty much the same. So imagine that I came on one of these buses, but I don't recognize which bus is mine. So you can see there's a number, so that's going to help you. But recognize is where you use something that of your knowledge that reminds you or lets you know which one is the correct one. So you can see here, these buses are all filled with kids. They have a number. The buses are very identical, but they have a number, so I recognize the number. I know something that helps me to remember in my mind what it is. So that's a little bit different than notice or realize. Okay, I could say, oh, now I realize or now I notice that there's a number on the bus. Okay, but it's not going to be the same as recognize. Recognize is when I see something very familiar. All right. All right, so now that the English class is over, let's go inside the castle and check it out. You guys are gonna like this, I think, as well as me. See you inside.